This is CSTimer, and this is CubeDesk. So, which one's better? In this video, I'm going to be comparing the two Rubik's Cube timers and telling you which one is better. Also, some of this is just my opinion. You can choose whatever timer you like. The first timer we're going to look at is CSTimer. CSTimer is definitely one of the most popular timers out there, and definitely a lot of people use it more than CubeDesk. But let's check out its features first. The first thing CSTimer has is a settings menu, which all customizable timers have that too. If we click on the settings option, it'll show these different things: global, display, color, timer, scramble, statistics, tools, and virtual Bluetooth. The first thing we'll check is the global display, and in the global options, it'll show about all the language and random stuff. I don't even know. But then it'll show I don't know what it is, but the only thing I understand here is the language option, not any of this. The second option is display, and if you see, there's different things like zoom, select timer's font. I don't know why it's digital one, but I'm not going to change that. Anyways, the background image opacity you can change. It's set to 25 automatically. The background image can be changed to anything. So there's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. And so there's 3 different backgrounds, and once you click OK on any of these backgrounds, it'll see a background. But I don't want to have a background, so I'm just gonna click none. Then there's a timer size, so the size of this timer. And mostly customizable. And then if you go to timer option, there's gonna be a use mouse timer and stuff like that. There's different options like the voice of the WCA inspector, the voice volume of the inspector, and there's an option where you can enter times in with timer. Yeah. So instead, if you don't want to do the timer, hold the space bar and start solving, and then when you're done, click the space bar again. If you have a stack mat timer, you can easily just type in the time that you get, and yeah. For example, like this, if you get a 1.89 solve, you can type it in and it shows up in the average. But I'm just gonna delete that. Next is the scramble option. The scramble size is usually set to 15. There's an auto scramble size, a monospace scramble size. I don't know what it is. It's basically for the font for scramble text. I don't know. Anyways, there's a limit of the height scramble area. So then the alignment of the scramble area. So for example, if we say left, it's going to be over here. If we say right, it's going to be over here. I personally put the default, which is the center. So yeah. Then pre-scramble, I don't know how it can pre-scramble like that, but whatever. Anyways, using fast scramble 4x4 non-official, no label key moves in scramble. I don't know what that means. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, actually, yeah. Anyways, there's a number of sols trimmed at each side, 5%. I do not know why, but yeah. This is the statistics option settings, by the way. So I don't know what any of the statistics stuff means. Tools, there's basically TPS, VRC based TPS, multi-phase, whatever this is. So that's basically all the options. There's also a scramble, there's basically when you're done with scramble, it makes it so that there's a kind of a box that shows what the scramble's supposed to look like. That's on mostly all timers. There's export options, to export something. Then there's just this times. sessions and stuff like that. There's also an option in color, which I don't think we went over, but you can also change the color of the background in everything. Finally, we have the last timer, which is CubeDesk. CubeDesk is basically like CSTimer, but in my preferences and what I think, it's better, for me at least. For example, the difference it has is that it has different fonts, it has different placements. So for example, Scramble is just in the middle. This PB stuff, like all this customized stats, are at the bottom, and they give definitely way more stats than CSTimer. So it's definitely similar and different than CSTimer. It has many different options that are different but also similar. So yeah. Next on this side, there's a timer. So it's just personal timing. And then there's a 1v1. A 1v1 is basically you can challenge or join a lobby online where somebody, or you and somebody else, a random player online that uses CubeDesk, can play in a 1v1. There's also an elimination option which shows in 30 seconds, starting with 30 seconds, how fast can you do? And if you don't do it in the time limit asks, you're eliminated and you get to try again and beat your best. The next thing is stats. This is why I like this way more than CSTimer. It shows the time spent cubing, the total solves, the number of events, top events, all of this community stuff, even event distribution, consistency, but I don't have the pro features, so yeah. And there's this solves, best win streak, solve views, and profile views. This also shows your 3x3 solve times, your PB total solves, and your statistics. Also 3x3 one-handed, your best time, and your solve times. So yeah, and then it shows your single best PB, just like 3x3. It shows the averages of 50, 100, and more. Next is the community. The community is the leaderboards and the people who have the most ratings and the most games. Right now, I don't know where I am, but I'm probably super low on the leaderboard. I don't know why, but like, yeah. Anyways, there's also another option called friends. This can talk about your friends. So right now I have these friends. I can't show them, but like, yeah. Next, in the trainer, there's going to be this is also another reason I love CubeDesk more than CSTimer. It's because, well, it lets you train so many different things. It gives you algorithms to every single algorithm. It's super useful, and this definitely takes CSTimer down and throws CSTimer away. Then we have our solves. These are the solves that you did in the recent solves you did. There's like, you can delete, change sessions, do stuff like that. Then of course there's a sessions menu where you can create a new session, rename your sessions. And then finally in settings. In settings there is timer decimal points to show, like on the timer page, timer input type. For me it's keyboard, since I don't have my stack mat with me right now, and I'm not even cubing right now, so I wouldn't type in the times because I don't know the time. Then there's freeze time, how many seconds you have to hold the spacebar before the timer will start. Then there's a cube type. You can manage all your cube types. What the hell? I don't know what that is. Anyways, so basically those are the cube types, 3x3, all of these are all WCA events and more. Then there's spacebar with smart cubes, which I don't think is useful. Anyways, high time when solving. This is for people who keep on looking, get anxious about what time they're getting, so they keep on looking at the spacebar. To practice not looking, you can turn this on to hide this time when you're solving. Then there's zero out time after solve. So if you don't want to see your last solve, what you did, then you can activate this, and then when you do a solve, it usually shows your what solve you got. Instead, it can show zero. And then require period and manual entries. If you like to manually enter to be divided, whatever this is. Anyways, confirm and delete solve. This is really helpful sometimes and really harsh sometimes. So basically, it's helpful because if you accidentally delete your solve, because I don't know, you accidentally delete your solve, it gives you a confirmation box so you don't just instantly delete a good solve or something. And then personal best confetti. So when you get a personal best, confetti pops up, which is really, really, really cool effect. And then inspection. Inspection limits inspection time, so 15 seconds and DNF. So yeah, just like with WCA. And then stack mount options. If you connect your stack mount with a USB audio device, I'll get into that in maybe a different video. But for now, we don't need to talk about that. Anyways, that's all of CubeDesk. Oh, and I forgot. There's a CubeDesk Pro. And you can get way more monthly giveaways, theme customization, customized matches, many more, and more in-depth stats. This is really helpful, but if you really don't want it, then you don't have to get it. It's kind of expensive. But you could buy it if you really need it. I guess it's not that expensive, but yeah. Anyways, that's all. Okay, so the winner is definitely CubeDesk. And this is just my opinion. So if you guys really want to use CSTimer, use it. And you don't have to use CubeDesk, but if you really want to do, then you can use it. Yeah, that's my opinion. So yeah, use it every time you want and subscribe.